I think it's an area I've had some familiarity with, obviously, and that I think it's an area where people are a little bit lost. They don't quite understand what's important and why. And that very much specifically relates to the area of brand and what value that can bring. So I see the opportunity to help people out and understand that the value that a brand review and how one values that moving forward in terms of business transactions, speed of sale, value of sale, can fundamentally affect outcomes.
So can you elaborate a little bit more on how the development of the brand and the sort of redirection of a brand for an existing and probably older kind of business, how does that affect the outcome, the sales outcome?
On a number of fronts, firstly. Yeah. It affects it in a number of ways. There are, firstly, often housekeeping matters, bringing the brand together in a form that is easily viewed by an external party and perceived and understood to its real value. So often that's a case of just reviewing and making sure things are in order. That's probably at the lowest level. Typically you find there's a lot of latent value in long-established companies. Brand value that is intrinsically inherent within the organisation, but is not yet seen and able to be quantified in ways that can affect the sale value. And I do stress speed as well. Brand's what makes things sexy. And so if we can help make a potential purchase highly desirable, it affects both those things.
So have you got sort of, if you will, a personal angle? Have you been closely associated with and involved with businesses that were looking to do an exit?
I will certainly be presenting some case studies at the event and opening those up to Q&A, which I think will be really valuable to the audience. So I think of one particularly where it was a product, it was a biscuit company, and they were looking to transact the entity in its entirety, the brand, the whole lock, stock and barrel. And what we were able to do was work with them on a couple of key leverage points within their organisation, within their business, that drove turnover and profitability, reduced the inherent risk that existed with their limited customer base. So it broadened the customer base, it moved it into another sector, and created a massive increase in value. So we're talking multiples, not percentage increase. Now that was over the course of about 18 months. We've also worked on the other side, post-acquisition. So we've recently done a very large financial services company in terms of a merger and working with them to consolidate their brand, bringing the cultures of both companies together, bringing the audiences, the consumers of both companies together, and creating one brand, one voice.
So it means that you're in a pretty good position to help these business owners that are looking to sell, to help them understand, well, what is the potential buyer looking to buy, because you've seen it from both sides of the equation.
Correct, absolutely. It's really important that you understand what your buyers are looking for, what's important to them, what's going to make them see this as a more desirable acquisition.